Hindi na yata morning. Good, magandang tanghali sa inyo lahat. At nandito tayo dahil nga to make the assessment na ang mga naging effect ng lindol last 2 days ago. So can I have the brief? Sige, to begin with, mag-ano muna tayo. We'll get the reports from the different agencies on their particular area, yung mga areas nila. So, GovPam siguro, you can start with the provincial report kung ano yung naging situation report ninyo.
Yes, Mr. President.
She needs a microphone.
Number of deceased is 72 for now. Number of deceased, 366 yung injured. Sorry. Mr. President, hello. What's with me and microphones? Okay na? Ano ba?
Ayaw. No, the microphone is not working. No, everyone has to.
Number of deceased, Mr. President, is 72. 366 yung injured, no more critical patient right now. 65,000 families affected.
At this point, I usually ask how many people are in the evacuation centers, but that does not apply here. Although we have some other areas that we are using.
Yeah.
But yung madalas nating gamitin na evacuation center, hindi pa na-clear. At saka yung iba talaga nag-iba. So we have to do an alternative
That's
plan.
why, Mr. President, I need a list from the mayors, the list of families and individuals affected.
Yes.
Because otherwise, if you cannot give me the list, then the province will have to take over.
All right. Yes.
I said kanina walang evacuation center, but I think this morning the couple opened already. We have 563 families spread across 5 municipalities. So nagbukas na rin ho, sir, in 5 municipalities. Not here in Bugo, but I think there's some in Carmen, Daan Bantayan, San Fernando, San Remigio, and Sogod, sir. We have around 563 families. Kagabi wala ho yan now meron na. But we're sending over the kits and all the family food packs, sir.
All right. Siguro may yung report muna ng OCD.
Sir, good morning. So, based on the effects of this earthquake, we have recorded 170,959 affected persons, or equivalent to 47,221 families. And there were incidents of landslide 2 and structural fire 1 and unobserved tsunami of 1. Although there are casualties as reported, there are 72 deaths and on our record is 294 injured. But based on the report of the governor, there are 366 injured. So the province of Cebu declared a state of calamity. We have opened 4 evacuation centers on our record, and there were 720 families inside evacuation centers. There are also 597 damaged houses, wherein 501 are partially damaged and 96 are totally damaged. And there are still 9 not passable roads. 5 affected bridges and 3 seaports. Plus, there are still 10 LGUs experiencing power interruptions. So, likewise, 3 LGUs experiencing telecommunication interruptions. For our assistance, sir, we already provided around 5.6 million coming from the SWD and other LGUs. So, for our humanitarian assistance, we have deployed and distributed 6,800 family food packs. Likewise, we have delivered 2,000 ready-to-eat food And we have a standby fund and stockpile of 60,676,590 from DSWD. We also deployed SRR teams, 7 teams, but composed of 200 plus personnel, and also 10 medical teams who assisted in the hospitals and other municipalities. We initially delivered the tents, which was used in the hospital, and there are 1,000 hygiene kits which were also distributed, and so we provided also fuel to support the mobility assets of the responding units. So for now, that's all that we have provided and assisted the province of Cebu, sir.
All right. Which municipalities still have no electricity? Aling mga bayan wala pang kuryente?
Sir, Tabuelan and Tuburan, sir.
Medellin? Wala pa. Wala pa. Yeah, admin. Admin.
Sir,
yes.
sir,
Pero sabi sa Bugo, by tonight,
Sec,
kompleto
can
na,
I-
kompleto na yung buong that was your
sir.
assessment.
Yes, sir, all the backbone are fixed except for the 2 towns. Ngayon, ang next step is ayusin ko na sa mga bahay, sir. So, Nani can...
Yeah, sir, as of 6:25, we have 2 operational switchyards already, the Mantayan and Compostela. So transmission, power generation is no problem. Now, the delay in energization is the safety protocol, sir.
Yeah.
Gradual ang integration per feeder. So, OP already finished 16 out of 24 feeders. So there are only 8 feeders left that will affect about 64,000 households. And the co-op will finish it by Friday. They have to check, papasadahan nila, sir, isa-isa. So just to make sure the household connections are not compromised. Here in Go City, by 12 o'clock, the 4 feeders will be operational already. So on all other areas, konti pasensya lang po, safety protocol lang po, hindi pwede biglain. There will be gradual. But there's no reason not for Sebeco 2 to supply the franchise area. No major damage in the distribution infrastructure except for one substation na nagkaroon ng leak, and it's only a minor repair. So hopefully by Friday we can have full integration of the power.
ano lang siguro, Gov, is that to make sure, you just inform us kung yung hospital, if the municipio is still operational, that it's all energized. Water, hospital, and the municipal hall. Just because sometimes they report to us, so we can double check na rin. Thank you, Gov.
All right. Yes, I think people understand that we have to be careful before we switch the entire system on. Because baka magka-aksidente, may kuryente. But anyway, this is quite fast that we are able, mabilis na ibalik ang kuryente because critical yan. Ang nakikita namin that are still problematic are the distribution of water and food. But we have made arrangements already kung saan tayo kailangan, you will have to designate kayong mga mayor, you designate yung mga distribution center kung saan ibabagsak ng DSWD yung mga relief goods, yung mga food, yung mga water supply, kung ano pa, yung mga health kit, lahat ng mga binibigay natin sa mga non-displaced. Dahil according to the governor, the estimate of displaced families is 65,000 around the province. So that's what we are going, those are the people that we have to support until they find better accommodations and arrangements. Yes.
Sir,
sige,
as
Secretary.
mentioned yesterday kay Gov and sa inyo, we have around 300,000 boxes ready to go. It's already in the province kasi it's produced in the province as well.
Yeah.
So all we need from the governor and the mayors will be saan namin i-deliver. But rest assured, we have more than enough food packs. We also have those small ready-to-eat boxes that's ready to go for areas na wala pang power. Mobile kitchen is on site. The water purifying trucks, I believe, is here. We're pulling out some more from the other regions. But sa food, sir, we're okay. We just need the help of the LGUs to do the last mile distribution.
Well, for the water purification, we are also depending on MMDA, as usual. Ilan ang purification units na pwede mong...
Sir, kanina pong umaga may dumating na pong 20 units na nakaka-filter po yun ng 18 gallons per minute. Nag-coordinate na po kami sa LUWA para po kung saan ipoposition yon para yung sa source ng ipi-filter na water. Kasi we understand na medyo brownish pa raw po yung tubig. Para po ma-filter namin before distribution po. We have 20 units po now and then may darating pa po. Kasi yun lang po yung kumasya sa C-130, Mr. President.
You're correct, Mr. President. The mayors has to send us the list of mga areas where we need to send the relief goods. Kasi yung mga we accept, centralized namin yung mga donations nasa Capitol lahat. So it's Capitol and DSWD who has the goods. So that's why you have to let us know saan yung mga distribution centers. Because we are also sending water tanks, water trucks for the water. So please, we need the list of the people who are affected for the financial assistance, and also we need the area where we can give our relief goods. Thank you.
Yeah, that we depend on the LGUs, of course, for that information, and also to. But yet, when it comes to relief goods and water supplies and everything, we need for you to help us. Where are the priority areas? Who are the families that are most in need? But it does not mean, there was a time that binibigyan pa ng ticket yung para makakuha. Wala. They can get 10 if they want. It's not. We don't count. Kung ano yung basta kung ano yung kailangan nila, they can have as many as they actually need. And that's where the assistance from the LGUs, the mayors, will be critical. But once the response, pag nagsimula na ang pagdating doon sa mga areas ninyo ng mga relief goods, tuloy-tuloy na yan. Hindi tayo problema kasi nga yung isang gawaan ng relief goods, ng mga relief packs ay nandito sa Cebu. Kaya they produce 30,000? A day. 30,000 a day. So nakakapag-produce. So hindi magiging problema yon. Yung water supply, sisimulan natin, siyempre bote-bote muna. Pero after a while, hindi na pwede kung masyado ng marami. Yun ang ating paglalagyan ng purification. Tapos meron pa tayo mga ibang mga sistema para dun sa mga malalayo, kung kailangan pa rin nila na yung mga outlying, mga isolated na barangay, halimbawa, meron tayong sistema na para mag-purify, para may tubig naman, hindi lang malinis, pero yung pag na-purify, pwede nang inumin, pwede nang gamitin na panluto. On the water supply front, what is the situation with the local water?
Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Our report actually centers on the 4 water districts in northern Cebu. So basically that's Bogo, Danbantayan, Tabuelan, and Midin. That's around 300,000 people affected. Ang initial damage assessment po namin is that water supply, tap water, is a function of power. So habang wala tayong kuryente, walang pumps na gagana para mapunta sa bahay. So ang nangyari with the coordination with NEA, they promised us that by 12 o'clock, noon, meron na pong energization ng water districts natin. And from there, kaya na mag-pump. Ingat lang dahil sa unang lalabas na tubig doon, flushing water yun. Medyo madumi yun. Also, yung pag-turn on gradual also, is to avoid bursting of pipes. Sa damage assessment po rin namin, nakita namin na visibly maraming pipes na nasira. However, lalaki pa yan kasi makikita talaga yung total extent once water flows through the pipes. Makikita natin yung ganong kadami talaga yung naging leak. So that should be done once power is restored, the taps are on, and then we will figure out how much pipes do we need to buy, including yung pagtatayo ng mga bagong reservoir systems nila. Saka in the meantime, nakipag-coordinate kami sa MMDA for the mobile water purification machines nila. And we should have a full and complete report, sir, by tomorrow, sir. Makita namin. And then we will have funds available sa LUWA to assist these water districts to rebuild their water network, sir.
All right. Okay. Anong pinakamalaking damage na kailangan ayusin sa distribution system ng tubig?
Sir, meron kasing water district, huwag na natin pero kitang-kita na broken talaga yung pipes nila. So that would need a total reform of pipes. One inch lang. Standard namin is 6. So aayusin namin, sir.
All right. When do you think, anong schedule ninyo na...
Sir, makita lang po namin yung total.
Well, yung mga area na wala talagang putol talaga yung tubo. Wala, we'll have to wait until mapalitan.
Opo.
But those places na hindi naman ganun ang situation, kailan makabalik ang daloy ng
Water.
tubig?
Sir, once power is on, water will soon follow, sir. Kasi pumps lang naman ang gagana doon, sir.
All right. All right. Have you been able to assess how much, what is the percentage of your water system that has damage?
Sir, hindi pa kasi...
Na hindi pa pwedeng gamitin?
Yung full nun, sir, malalaman namin pag umagos na yung tubig, makikita namin ganong kadaming pipes talaga broken. Kasi right now, physical evaluation pa lang, sir.
When will you finish the physical evaluation?
Sir, subukan namin within the week, and then after that, emergency procurement.
Within
sir.
the week, it's Thursday. Huh?
Sir, 1 week, sir. Sorry. 1 week, sir.
Sige. All right. Very good.
Mr. President,
Yes, oh.
if I may, from the DOTR po.
DOTR, yes.
Just want to say po that the Coast Guard deployed as early as October 1 po 2 water desalinators that can basically generate 20,000 liters a day portable water. It's already in the area, Mr. President.
Okay.
So
how are you distributing the purified water?
it's more of a coordinating with the mayor and the LGUs and the governor po.
Again,
Just spoke about.
talagang yung mga mayor, mga LGU, tayo talaga ang first responder. Kami supporting lang kami. Para sa pangangailangan ninyo. Basta sabihin ninyo sa amin kung ano man ang kailangan ninyo, and whatever it is, it's more relief goods, water supply, whatever. Sabihin nyo lang sa amin, and we will try our best to provide. So that is the general report on the effects of the 6.9 on the Richter scale earthquake that happened here that was centered here in Bugo. But of course, there are other areas that were also affected. So the non-cash assistance that is already in place. We are trying to fix already the water system. I think we can look forward to the electricity, na kompleto na ang electricity dito sa Bugo man lang. Doon sa inyo, naputulan din kayo ng yung ibang bayan, naputulan din kayo ng kuryente, hindi naman. The other mayors.
Yung Tabugo no, tsaka Tabuela no.
Dalawang wala. Anong nangyari? Yung gano'n, nasira yung tubo? So,
bayan ng Tabugon, Mr. President. Good morning. Yes, we have no electricity also, Mr. President.
All right. So, in that case, we know where to send our purification, our water purification units. Doon natin papadala, doon sa talagang wala pa talagang lumalabas. May pagkukuha na naman ng tubig, hindi lang malinis.
Hindi, President, kasi usually all our pumps are good.
Namimigay tayo ng ang tawag dito ng purification. Pati yung DOH nagbibigay din yung tableta na linalagay sa tubig. Na aqua tubs para linilinis yung ano. And it's one tablet per jerry can. I understand. Yeah. Sige. So, yun ang maging ratio. Basta kung gusto nyo pang manigurado, pakuluan ninyo. Pakuluan ninyo, saka nyo lagyan ng tableta. Yun, pwedeng, sigurado yun. Yung mga, I'm sorry? Parang swimming pool, parang napainom ka ng tubig, swimming pool. Yes, all right. We will again ask the local governments where are the critical areas where we have to bring our water purification units, because those are the essential food and water. First of all, kuryente will be done by the end of the day. And now, alam ko, at this point, lahat ng pondo ng ating ng probinsya, ng lahat ng local government, ubos na. O mauubos na. Dahil yung gagamitin nyo sa ibang bagay, napilitan kayo mag-realign para tulungan ng ang mga tao ninyo. So, I am from the Office of the President. We are donating 50 million to the province sa Bogo, sa Bogo City, Sugod, San Remillo, 20 million pesos each. 10 million pesos for Bantayan, Daan Bantayan, Madridejos, Medellin, Santa Fe, Tabugan, and Tabuelan. And 20 million pesos for all the DOH hospitals para makapag-recover. And 5 million pesos for each provincial hospital. So that's the added. Besides that, in-instructionan ko ang LGSF, ang DBM, mag-release ng local government support fund in the amount of 150 million pesos for the province of Cebu and 75 million pesos for San Remigio, Bogo, and Medellin. I think baka the other municipalities, ikaw nang bahala to find out what are the needs, and then you tell us. This is only an initial release. We are contemplating further releases that will be coming, that will be in the pipeline. Kasi naman, kung magbabagsak kami ng masyadong malaki, hindi magamit kaagad. So we'll just according to need, and we will depend on the province to give us the ongoing situation reports para alam namin kung anong gagawin. So ang naging mahirap dito sa sitwasyon ng lindol, galing lang kami sa Masbate. Tinignan namin yung bagyo naman, malaki din ang sira. Pero ang kaibahan, ang sira doon ibang klase, agricultural, yung power supply, water supply. Pero meron kaming evacuation center dito. Hindi tayo nakakasiguro sa mga evacuation center natin. Kaya ang gagawin namin, maghahanap tayo kung saan man yung mga 65,000 displaced families, kung saan man sila, maglalagay tayo ng mga tent. Ito yung tinawagan ko ang dating senador na si Dick Gordon, na siyang namumuno ng Red Cross, at sabi niya makakapagpadala siya kaagad ng mga tent, yung ginamit ng COVID. Wala nang COVID ito, safe na ito. Pwede nyo na talagang gamitin para doon sa mga nasiraan ng bahay at ayaw pang bumalik doon sa kanilang bahay. Bawat lugar na yan, lalagyan din natin ng distribution para sa relief goods, para sa tubig, lalagyan natin ng genset, all of lahat ng mga necessities para sa mga na-displaced. Kaya yun ang pinakamahirap dahil mas mahirap repair ang infrastructure. Ito. Yan ang mga nagiging problema natin. Ganyan na yung City Hall. Ito palagay ko hindi na magamit ito. We will have to demolish the whole thing. Balik kayo dun sa luma. You will have to return to your old City Hall. Municipal Hall pa nun. Oo. But anyway, that's the problem that we are having with the effects of the earthquake. It's really about the infrastructure that will take time to be rebuilt and to be rehabilitated. We even have to worry about we passed by the cathedral and meron din mga heritage site na nasira. So we will have to see what we can do about that down the road. Meron pa ba tayong search and rescue na ginagawa? Wala na, tapos na. Do we still have? The SNR stage.
We already terminated
Okay,
the search and
alright.
rescue, sir.
Okay, all right. So while we are deploying the water purification systems, we will also provide. There will be water tankers there already. Meron na kayong pinapadala from the city, di ba? From the province. So, mga water treatment truck, mobile kitchen, nakita ninyo sa ibang lugar, meron na tayong, kahit na meron tayong ready to eat na family pack, at saka meron tayong relief good na family pack, na naglagay din tayo ng mga tinatawag namin na mobile kitchen para meron naman makain na mahirap naman puro dilata lang ang kinain, lalo na yung mga bata. So we have put that up. And everywhere that there will be a gathering of evacuees, maglalagay tayo ng medical team para bantayan sila. Kung kulang yung medical team, we will have them go around to the different sites para lalo na para in case because alam naman natin pagka yung ganyan na masikip dikit ang tao, magkasakit lang yung isa, mabilis maghawa. So we'll keep watch on the general health. Mobile primary care. Yeah, tama. Meron nga pala tayo nun. Oo, Cebu Hastat pala. Oo. Ayun, yun. Saan nyo linagay? Saan nyo dinala?
Nandun sa ano, sir?
Oo, sige. Gamitin natin ito.
Yung binigay ni FL yun sa ano, sa...
Ang isa pang bagay na lagi naming inaalala kapag may ganitong klaseng sakuna ay ang medical care, yung supply ng gamot. Kaya ang DOH gumastos na ng 1 milyong piso halaga para sa gamot, para sa mga medical supplies. And the system is pupunta lang doon, basta't may reseta, hindi na kailangan magpatingin. Am I correct? Or they will still have to be examined?
Kailangan pa rin, Mr. President,
Yeah,
nung
I think
reseta ng
that's
mga
the
doktor
rule.
para tama yung
Oh, hindi
gamot.
bale.
Pero-
But as long as we have the medical teams and the health centers,
Yes. Last
then
night,
they
we
will be
sent,
able to assess.
1C-130 with 1.4 million pesos worth of medicines na ni-request ng mga doktor.
And then yung aming programa na zero balance billing, applicable dito lahat. So lahat ng nagka-injury, lahat ng magkasakit, lahat ng whatever na may medical issue at kailangan pumasok sa ospital ay kasama lahat yan sa zero balance billing. Lahat ng we are done with the search and rescue. Yan lang, ready to eat food boxes, and babalik na ang energy at saka sabi na between Department of Energy and NEA, we think that we can be able to recover the basic services within the next few days. Yun ang pinaka-importante, maibalik ka agad. I noticed nung umiikot ako, gaano karami ang volunteer na nandito. At once again, dumaan tayo sa ospital, once again, nakita natin ang ating mga first responder, mga doktor, mga nurse, mga medtech, lahat ng tumutulong sa mga may sakit. The first responders in the LGU, all of those who have assisted, especially the volunteers, because yung kami, duty namin yan eh. Pagka kami nasa gobyerno, duty namin. Mga volunteer, hindi nila kailangan pumunta rito eh. Yung mga nagpadala ng tulong, hindi nila kailangan gawin yun. Kagandahan lang ng loob nila, kaya kailangan natin pasalamatan silang lahat. Maraming salamat. At kung hindi sa tulong ninyo, siguro meron din masasabi natin na salba na buhay dahil sa tulong ninyo. So we once again demonstrate the Filipino spirit of bayanihan. And lahat ng kung ano mga issue na pinag-uusapan ay basta Pilipino, and then isasantabi lahat muna yan para tulungan ng kapwa Pilipino. And that's what we are seeing once again. And that's why I want to put out, I think the expression these days, shout out to all our volunteers. And thank you very much for all of that you are doing. All right. Yes, come.
I'd like also to take this opportunity, Mr. President. First, I was here during the aftermath together with Governor and Mayor. I would like to thank also the national government, the agencies. Less than 24 hours, andito na lahat andito na lahat ng tulong. And with our distribution centers, if I may also add, Mr. President, so that it will be faster, especially in the far-flung barangays, maybe I could also advise the mayors, we can divide it into three tulong centers or distribution centers. It would be easier for DSWD and all the national agencies to bring all their help, the government, the local government, the provincial government, so that it would be faster na dumating sa mga coastal and mountains. We have coastal and mountain barangays, Mr. President.
Really, ang division of labor pagka ika nga dito ay pagka yung more or less yung last mile, LGU.
Yes.
Kasi kayong nakakaalam kung sino yung uunahin, which barangay has been isolated for 2 days, wala nang pagkain, 2 araw, alam ninyo yan. So that's where the guidance, that's why we need your guidance. And then even in the, kahit doon sa actual na distribution, kailangan lahat ng mga tao ninyo, lahat ng mga municipal, city, and provincial employees, we also need that help because we need the manpower para mabilis nga ang pag-distribute. So we will do that. Meron tayo, we will have centers where basically bibigay namin sa LGU. Basically bibigay namin sa LGU. Kung kailangan nyo ng tulong sa pag-distribute, tutulong kami kung kaya namin. But again, we depend on the LGUs for the grassroots assistance, yung what we refer to sometimes as the last mile. So I think we'll be able to do that. I will be going to Congress because after coming from Masbate and coming from Cebu, I will be going to the Congress, the House and the Senate, para makapagbigay sila ng emergency funds. Alam ko yung mga QRF, yung mga QRF ng ibang mga agencies paubos na. So, magre-release tayo ng QRF, yung Quick Response Fund na ginagamit namin para immediately. Dahil especially sa pagdating ng dalawa, ng Nando at saka nung Opong na bagyo na talagang napakalakas. Tapos ito pa, nasabayan pa ng 6.9 intensity ang lindol. Kaya yung QRF para meron kayo magamit, we will have it released as quickly as possible. I spoke to Sec Mina already yesterday and this morning, and she's making all of those arrangements. All right. So, is there anything else? Yung lalo na sa mga LGU, meron pa ba kayong kailangan sa amin na gusto ninyong para malaman namin para maumpisa na namin i-arrange yan?
Last thing, Mr. President, I think I can speak in behalf of all the mayors of the 4th District and including the 5th District. Andito yung Sogod, also na natamaan din, and Bourbon. I would like to thank you, Mr. President, and your team for helping us. Less than 72 hours, we are all here. May ilaw na along the highway and may power na. Ang daming tulong. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
We had to split the team because half went to Masbate with me yesterday. The other half came here immediately. The Secretary Gilbert was, I think, the first one to arrive here. Because because when I received your note, I told him, wag ka nang sumama muna sa Masbate, doon ka sa Cebu because it's a different kind of a response that is required.
On that note, hello. On that note, Mr. President, thank you so much for responding that evening of the earthquake, and to all the national agencies for being here right away and helping us with the rescue operations. To all the donors and the volunteers, thank you ever so much, Mr. President, and everyone from the bottom of our heart, from the provincial government. As they say, the national government cannot do it without the local governments. We cannot do it without our first responders. We cannot do it without our volunteers. So, as they say, we win as a team.
we are a team. That is why we get to do the work. Basta tayo lahat nagko-coordinate, nag-uusap, mabilis ang pagdala ng rehabilitation, ng relief goods. Kaya basta nagtutulungan tayo. That is the effect of that. So, no thanks necessary. We are working together anyway for the betterment of the poor victims that we have had. All right. So, okay.
Yes, on behalf of the City of Bugo, of course, I'd also like to express our deepest gratitude. And Mr. President, during the onslaught of the earthquake, our City Council convened to, of course, first of all, put our city on the state of calamity. And they also convened and came up with 2 resolutions to just make sure that we wrote down what it is we specifically need in the City of Bugo. And if I may, Mr. President, give the same 2 resolutions to you for your perusal. Thank you very much. And we're really very grateful for your visit.
No, not at all. Thank you. We will study this. I hope some of this we have already covered, but anyway, we will see kung ano pa yung kulang.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay. Thank you. Yes.
Mr. President, as we all know, Cebu is one of the country's most popular tourist destinations. So much of the towns that have been affected also have massive effects on the tourism industry. So it is reported that over 900 tourist workers have been affected. There are also several establishments that have been damaged, as well as heritage sites. Since you mentioned heritage earlier, the Tiaza team has been deployed to inspect the churches that have been damaged across several towns. And then the NCCA, I understand, will be here this weekend also in coordination with the LGU in order that these places of worship that provide much comfort to Cebuanos may rise again. So thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Sec. Christina. We will, these are all the aspects, but we do it in phases. We start with the search and rescue, then we go on to the relief, and then it's the rehabilitation, and that includes the heritage areas, etc., that have been damaged. Wala namang naging ligtas dito sa nangyaring paglindol. All right. So again, this is not the end of this. It is an ongoing operation. This will keep going until everybody is more or less. Hindi naman natin masasabi that everybody makakabalik na sa dating normal. But more or less, nakakapagpasok na sila sa trabaho, kaya na magpagamot, meron na silang kinakain, meron silang tinitirahan. So again, this is not a one-shot deal. Patuloy kaming nandito para magbigay ng tulong kung ano man ang kailangan ninyo. All right, thank you all very much. Good